Catalonia. Madrid warns of Puigdemont jailing as thousands rally for unity. Warning that deposed Catalan president could be jailed within 2 months comes as huge protest held against independence. The Spanish government has said the deposed Catalan president, Carles Puigdemont, could be jailed within the next 2 months over his part in the regional parliament's unilateral declaration of independence. The warning came on Sunday afternoon as hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets of Barcelona to call for Spanish unity 2 days after some Catalan MPs voted for independence and the Spanish government assumed control of the region. Spain's Prime Minister, Mariano Rajoy, has sacked Puigdemont and his government and called regional elections for the 21st of December. In an interview with the Associated Press, the country's foreign minister, Alfonso Dastis, said Puigdemont could theoretically run for re-election in the vote if the courts decide he should remain free until then. Spanish prosecutors said on Friday that they would file charges of rebellion against Puigdemont, a crime punishable with up to 30 years in prison. "I don't know what kind of judicial activity will happen between now and the 21st of December, said Dastis. If he is not put in jail at that time, I think he is not ineligible. According to a poll for El Mundo, the December election could be very close, with anti-independence parties winning 43.4% of the vote to pro-independence parties 42.5%. Dastis told Catalan separatists to think twice before rejecting the election as it will be held according to the law, so the results will have to be respected afterwards. He did, however, hint that there could yet be negotiations over a new deal for Catalonia. "I rule out full independence but not necessarily more autonomy, even if they're now already one of the regions with the highest powers and competences not only in Spain but in the world at large," he said. Sunday's demonstration, which was convened by the anti-independent group Societat Civil Catalana, saw a huge crowd mass in central Barcelona. Organizers put attendance at 1.3 million, while the city's police said 300,000 turned out. Another pro-unity protest this month drew similar numbers. People with Spanish flags tied around their necks congregated on the Passeig de Gràcia, one of Barcelona's main thoroughfares. Others carried white banners with the flags of Catalonia, Spain and the EU surrounded by a heart. The event's slogan was, "We are all Catalonia, common sense for coexistence," and drew people from the region and beyond as well as members of the Spanish government and pro-unity Catalan MPs. The Observer view on independence for Catalonia: "It is surely not beyond the wit of Catalans and Spaniards to work out a form of amicable association that both can live with." Read more. Speaking shortly before the rally, Inés Arrimadas of the Ciutadans Citizens Party said, "The silent majority of Catalans are once again taking to the street to show that the majority of Catalans feel Catalan, Spanish and European." Arrimadas said the time had come to restore Catalonia's institutions and prepare for the December elections. Juan Montalvo, 65, a retiree from Mataró, a town 2 miles from Barcelona, had traveled to the protest with his 29-year-old son Roger. "We've come to give our opinion and show that part of Catalonia feels Spanish as well," he said. "Catalan society is divided. We need to achieve more unity, but also to show pro-independence Catalans that we are 50% and they need to respect us like we need to respect them." Montalvo, who was born in Extremadura, said he felt increasingly like a Spanish immigrant even though he speaks Catalan and is married to a woman from the region. His son added, "I feel Catalan, but for me that means being Catalan inside a Spanish state." Some protesters shouted, "Viva España," while others vented their anger at the region-sacked president, chanting, "Puigdemont to prison." Despite the Spanish government's unprecedented use of Article 155 of the country's constitution to take control of Catalonia's civil service, police, finances, and public media, some pro-independence politicians have refused to recognize the measures. Writing in the Catalan newspaper El Punt Avui on Sunday, Oriol Junqueras, the vice president of the deposed Catalan government, accused Rajoy's ruling Partido Popular People's Party of overthrowing regional democracy. "We cannot recognize the coup d'état against Catalonia, nor any of the anti-democratic decisions that the PP is adopting by remote control from Madrid," he said. "The president of the country is and will continue to be Carles Puigdemont, at least until the day the citizens do not decide otherwise in a free election."